Hi everyone, welcome back to In Bed with Kate, and today we are talking about something many of us, including me, struggle with: overthinking. You know, these moments when your mind feels like it's running on a hamster wheel and you can't stop replaying scenarios, worrying about the future, or analyzing the past. If you've been there, trust me, you are not alone. For me, it was a whole generational trauma that I guess I had to work through because all women in my family tend to overthink and generate negative scenarios about everything that can potentially happen. And overthinking affects many areas of your life, including your sex life as well, and relationships, of course. That's why I had to dive into that to fix this problem in myself. And of course, that's why I have to share with you, my dear subscribers, some simple but yet efficient tips on how to stop overthinking and bring some peace to your mind, because too many people are affected by the games that our brains are playing. So let's dive right into that, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. So let's first break it down. What exactly is overthinking? Well, it's when we get stuck in a loop of excessive thoughts, often about things we can't control or things that might never happen, and most of the times they never happen. Overthinking usually happens when we feel anxious, uncertain, or dealing with fear. But instead of finding solutions, we just spiral deep into the worry. And according to the law of attraction, as more we think about it, as more we attract the shit that we are actually scared of. But that's a whole different topic for another video. There are a few key reasons why we tend to overthink. One, we want control. We want to be in control. We think if we just consider all the possibilities, we'll make the perfect decision. Two, we fear making mistakes. We replay situations to prevent them from happening again, or to prevent them from happening in the first place. And three, we are dealing with uncertainty, and our minds hate that. But here's the thing: overthinking doesn't give us control. It actually makes us feel even more helpless. So, how we can stop this cycle? Awareness is the first step. You cannot fix something if you don't realize that it's happening in the first place, or if you are in denial. If you are in this denial and you don't want to dig into your head, which sometimes can be pretty uncomfortable, it will be hard to overcome this pattern. Start by noticing when you are overthinking. Is it at night when you are trying to go to bed? Is it during stressful moments at work? Or it has something to do with your personal life and relationships? And once you start recognizing this pattern, you can take steps to break it. First of all, you can set time limits. One thing that helped me in the beginning of my journey fighting overthinking was setting a worry window. This is where you allow yourself, for example, from 5 to 15 minutes per day to think about whatever is bothering you. But after that window closes, you consciously move on. It may sound strange, but it helps prevent your thoughts from taking over the entire day. And overthinking can really take a lot of your time. Allocate a specific amount of time for reflection. When the time is up, move on to another task or to a different, more positive thought. Tip number 2, shift your focus. When we overthink, we are often stuck on problems rather than on solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do about this right now, right here and right now? If the answer is nothing, then it's time to redirect your mind. Try switching activities, doing something creative, or even stepping outside for the breath of fresh air, or doing a workout. You always feel better after physical exercise, or after being in nature, or after having this breath of fresh air. Exercise can clear your mind and reduce stress, making it easier to stop overthinking. And if none of this works, just smoke a joint and watch your favorite funny movie, but the bottom line is shift your attention to something else. Even if you are not a gym person, Just a little bit of physical activity will make a huge difference. And journaling can be a fantastic tool to get thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Instead of letting these thoughts loop in your mind, write them down. And you'll feel so much more free. And often, once we see them in front of us, they don't seem as overwhelming. Sometimes, after reading it, you will realize that you worried about something doesn't deserve that much of your attention. And writing down things you are grateful for can shift your focus from worries to positive aspects of your life and raise your vibration. You have no idea how your life can transform if you just journal what you are grateful about every day, or just talk it through. Just talk about 3 to 5 things you are grateful for today, every day, and see what happens in a few months. I do it myself every single day, and our thoughts and our words are vibrations. Even quantum physics proves that. So just try it. You don't have to dive deep into that. Just try it. And the next one, practice mindfulness. This is about bringing your attention to the present moment. Overthinking usually drags us into the past or future or some possibilities. But what mindfulness does, it grounds us in the now, in the present moment. That's what yoga is about. I highly recommend it to everyone who struggles to stop their racing thoughts. You just have to try it once. Maybe with a short YouTube yoga workout first, maybe at the studio, but you can even practice mindfulness with something as simple as breathing. Try this. Take a deep breath in for 4 counts, hold it for 4 counts, and then exhale for 4. Do this for a minute or 2, and you will start to notice your thoughts slowing down. You don't have to stick to this one breathing technique that I just mentioned. You can take 3 deep breaths in and out. There are different breathing techniques, but to be honest with you, you can breathe even into being high. Like all these yogis and gurus, that's what they actually do. They don't need any alcohol, they don't need any weed, because they can breathe into any state of mind. If you haven't incorporated breathing into your daily routine yet, just try to start your day and finish your day with deep breath or with certain breathing techniques, and see how your nervous system changes and how your response to stress changes. Tapping technique is also very helpful. Look it up. It takes only 2 minutes, and basically it's when we tap certain points on our body, right? Something like this. And basically that restarts our vagus nerve, which is the core of our nervous system. And leaving information overload. I know it might sound difficult and maybe nearly impossible to accomplish for many people these days, but we live in a world where we are constantly bombarded with news, social media, and other people's opinions, and they do affect us subconsciously. So this can add to overthinking, especially when you are taking it too much at once. Don't forget that this is kind of a drug, you know? We can't go a day without using the social media or without texting somebody, and it's not healthy. It has never been helpful. Humans were not made for that at all. You cannot filter the flow of information you consume every day. So give yourself permission to take breaks from information, from your phone, whether it's logging off your social media for a few hours or setting boundaries around how much news you consume. Sometimes less is more for your mental health. And on Instagram, you can set up time limits. That's super helpful. I highly recommend you not to have notifications on your phone unless it's something work related, because all this stuff is really consuming our brain and all your mental capacity is going there, and you don't really have time to actually tune in what you need, who you are, and what are your thoughts. And to be honest with you, as someone who used to consume a lot of news and I was watching everything about war in Russia, about politics. At some point I realized, like, okay, like, I understand clearly that the world is ending, and this is the mindset I was living with. And once I just took myself out of this information field, things became great again. So yeah, limit your interaction with social media and internet. If you are reading something useful and helpful, if you are reading something on Wikipedia, of course this is not gonna hurt you. But if you are reading some media outlets, politics, someone else's opinions, that the people a lot of time just talking out of their ass, this is not gonna help you to stop overthinking. And take action. Instead of dwelling on the problems, focus on actionable steps you can take to resolve them. Overthinking often comes from feeling stuck in one place. But here is the thing: no amount of thinking can replace doing. Break things down into small, manageable steps. Even if you don't have the perfect solution, start with what you can do today, what you can improve today. Write it down, set some goals for each day. Progress is better than perfection. Every small action you take moves you forward and helps quiet this voice in your head. Remember, overthinking is a habit. And like any habit, it takes time and practice to break, and you do have to replace it with something else. But by becoming aware of your thoughts, focusing on solutions, practicing mindfulness, limiting information, and taking action, you'll start to feel more in control of your own head and less overwhelmed. I hope these tips will help you as much as they helped me, and I hope you will start living your best life after you start fighting your overthinking patterns. And if you found this video useful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content on self-care, self-love, sex life, personal growth. And in the comments, please let me know what's one thing you are going to start doing to stop overthinking. Thanks for watching, and remember, peace of mind is possible one step at a time. And I'll see you next time in Bed with Kate.